Hi, Lindsay Marino here from lindsaymarino.com. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. Everyone that I work with, whether it's doing psychic mediumship readings or mentoring intuition students, I always get asked the same question. They always say, "What books would you recommend for me? What types of books are great for, developing my spirit or different things that you can do?" And this is actually one of the books. It's not about intuition, it's not about religion, it's not about mediumship at all, but it's a book that helps you really think about being a better person and makes life a lot easier if you follow it. So it's The Four Agreements. It is by Don Miguel Ruiz, and it is an amazing book. I could read this constantly. You could just flip open to an agreement and read it for the day. It is one of those books that you start to think, well, this is probably so simple, I can do it, it's easy. But really, these simple agreements can go into depth in a bunch of different topics in your life, but I feel like they're so important. If everyone did this in their life, their lives and everyone around them would be so much better. So I'm going to read you the first agreement. It is be impeccable with your word. So being impeccable with your word is really focusing on the energy of your words that come out of your mouth. Think about when you communicate with other people. What are you saying regularly? Are you talking great about other people that aren't in front of you? Are you talking great about yourself? I used to have a habit back in college when people came up to me, they'd say, "How are you doing?" And I'd say, "I'm so tired." And even when I wasn't tired, it would come out of my mouth. Sometimes, even now to this day, I catch myself saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry," even when it doesn't go with the conversation. So it's important to start thinking about the words that are coming out of your mouth. Of course, don't ignore the feelings that you have. Speak whatever is coming out, but be aware of it and ask yourself questions. Why am I thinking these thoughts? Get to the root of the issue if there is one. Being impeccable with your word also means to follow through. So with the things that you're saying you're going to do, whether it's to yourself, it's to other people, follow through with that. Okay, I'm going to give you the second agreement. This is the hardest one for me. Don't take anything personally. So being an empath and picking up on everyone else's energy and being really sensitive, I've always been this way. I can easily take things personally. It will hurt my feelings, and I don't pretend that it's not happening. I feel it, but it's important that we always remember that the things that are happening around us, or outside of us, to other people and how they project it onto us has nothing to do with us. It has to do with their perception. So that's a big one. I think that I'm going to continue to work on this until all of my life, really. Don't take things personally. Now, for me as a psychic medium, it's so easy to take things personally if people don't believe, but that isn't an issue for me. I feel as though because I've been in the position of thinking readings were a sin because I'm Catholic, I thought, well, it used to be a sin to me. And now I'm thinking, no, it's healing, it's meaningful. I've seen transformations in my life and other people's lives. So for me, I don't take that personally. It's the other things. If I feel like a friend of mine is upset, I feel like I have to explain myself and try to make it better. But it's important to know that it's not about us. If someone feels a certain way, it's important that you know it may be their perception of something. Okay, so it's important to know that if you go to the cashier in the grocery line and they're really moody and they're not friendly to you, it's not about you. It's about what they're going through. So don't take it personally. Okay, that's probably the hardest one for me. The third agreement, don't make assumptions. This is huge. If we make assumptions, it's so easy to start getting in our head. If we make assumptions, we're not sure if the information is true or not. So this is when we communicate. And I find myself, while I give readings or while I communicate with other people, I find myself really confused. Because for me, if you're feeling something, you say it at that moment. I understand we're humans and it's important to speak our mind, think things, but sometimes people hold that inside and they're not sure how to ask a question and say, is this real? Is this true? Or is this false? So instead of making assumptions, communicate and ask questions and get answers right on the spot. being humans, it's like a telephone game. If you tell one person one thing and they tell another person, it's so easy to get that mixed up. And if we assume things are true from other people, it doesn't make it easy for you. You start to think about things in a different light and your perception is off. So if you're ever confused about anything, come directly to the person or at the topic if you're not sure about it and you're just making assumptions that something's a certain way. It's not healthy for you and the person or the topic that you're dealing with. Get answers and get to the root of all of it. And then the last one is always do your best. So this one's a big one. If you are at work and you're giving 50% instead of 150% into your work, it causes you to feel like you have low self-esteem. It causes you to second guess the way that you're doing the job. If the boss comes in the room and talks about people in general, you think that it's you. So it's important that if you give the 150%, there's no second guessing yourself. And you actually will build up a belief within your body that vibrates out to the other people. So then you create a different kind of energy around your soul. So I thought that this book was so important to share with you. This is just a summed up version of it. So definitely go to the bookstore, go to the library, whatever you have to do, and get the 4 agreements. It's worth it, seriously. And I'm going to be updating different videos for the next couple of weeks. I'll be coming out with videos regularly. So go to lindsaymarino.com and you can sign up for my newsletter. Talk to you soon. Bye.